academics
Yeah.
ones. Well, I think this is maybe something many people face. It's like coping with the stress and the the need for results that sometimes don't come when you actually want them to come. You know, depending on what kind of experiment you do, like in my case, I do experiments and results are not always working.
Ah,
So you really have to be patient and cope with that situation. And yeah, that's really stressful sometimes. The research life.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then the communication communication culture in Japan,
The
which,
language barrier
yeah, I
indirectly.
mean, not only about the Japanese language itself, but the communication, the way people communicate, and the way they put ideas forward,
Yeah.
and which affects both your academic and your personal life also. So that's
I
a
think that is
challenge.
the next question. Like, what is your personal challenge as a person?
Yeah, that would be one of them.
Okay, okay.
Understanding the Japanese way of communicating, understanding what they really mean, and understanding situations, how are you to behave in certain situations, how they expect you to behave or not. And that comes up to something that you also mentioned, that it's how to be yourself, right?
Yeah.
How to you come in a different culture, and you try to get in the culture, right? Because this is where you live, but at the same time you are coming from your own culture, and
We should
you
grow up, or else keep same place, but should not.
yeah, you should keep your identity,
Yes.
but also you have to cope with your environment, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I think that's a big challenge for everyone,
Uh,
maybe. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Coming forward, yeah, there are many students coming to Hokkaido University
Yeah.
every semester.
Yeah.
Every country nowadays are they're trying to come here.
Hmm.
So, do you have any comments for those who are coming to Hokkaido University, especially the academics part?
uh, well, I think one big advice would be to learn how to balance the academic and personal life,
Okay.
and you should learn it as soon as possible, because the tendency in Japan is, work. Everyone knows about Japan's work culture.
Yeah.
So, which is, in a sense, it's good, but I think we kind of need a balance. So when you guys come, yeah, just try as much as possible to enjoy Japan, enjoy your time around, and also, of course, focus on the research, but try to keep a balance in those two things. Yeah.
That's interesting reminder. Coming forward, what are your comments on living expenses in Sapporo and Hokkaido so far?
Well, Sapporo, I think if you consider Japan, Sapporo is quite a good place in terms of living expenses. It's not that expensive comparing to Tokyo, for example. And of course, all will depend on what kind of income do you have. Like, for people who have scholarships, I think the MEXT Scholarship or the JICA scholarships, I think they're very good. Like, it's enough for you to live around, and maybe save a little bit. Maybe not too much, but you can still save a little bit if you can, manage your finances very well. But in general, I think Sapporo is quite cheap comparing to other cities. If you consider, for example, the price of apartment rent, you can find pretty, reasonable prices. Like, if you compare to Tokyo, where you will find maybe 100,000 yen,
Minimum for renting.
yeah, for renting.
Okay.
But in Sapporo, you can find
I
very
heard
cheap.
some of the friends, including the European and even from African friends, even I don't know from Asia, but I got interesting update that there are even very cheaper apartments are also available in Sapporo.
Yeah, mine is very cheap.
Oh, roughly how much? Maybe.
Mine is about 26.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
one around
it's
20. I heard from some friends.
yes, but there are even cheaper than that.
Oh,
Like 15,000 you can find, but it's, of course, it's small, and also maybe most of them are wooden buildings. So in winter you might spend a little bit more with gas than concrete building, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it just
But for some people, they wanted, maybe there is some, we can show this as an experience.
yeah.
It's possible.
Yes. So you can have a cheap rent. The place is very small, but yeah, it has to do with
The
which one.
trade-off.
Yeah. It's a trade off, right?
Yeah, from the balance.
Yeah.